Okay, YouTube, another watch show and tell here. This one here is not one that I'm super excited about, and I'm going to tell you a few different, a few different things about this one here. This one here, if everybody who knows Invicta watches knows this watch, is the Lupah, and I picked this up. It's not really one of my watch I'd really go to because it's just not as big as, say, let me go ahead and throw this on over here, the large Sea Hunter here. But I picked it up because they were on sale for like $45, $50 at Shop HQ, and I got this one on eBay. And I figured, hey, why don't I get a watch that I'm not too concerned with in case I don't know, I want to wear one, if I'm just out in the yard or something like that, or just out on the boat or whatever. I'll tell you a little bit about the watch, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit about the imperfections with the watch, which I'll be putting up another video again of a review I have with a seller where I got this watch. So you just gotta be careful where you shop. Unfortunately, when you buy stuff on the internet, on eBay, no matter where you buy it, if you get something that's got a defect, it always takes forever for you to get your money back. And it sucks. It really the only place I found that will compensate you for your time is Shop HQ, and they're just a great company as far as making it easy to send the watch back. Not on your dime, and of course. Their exchange policy is a little bit of a pain in the butt, but if you take the time to call them, they'll give you a little bit of a discount for wasting your time, and sometimes get it to you even quicker. They were really nice with me with a recent issue I had, so I'm not going to put up a bad video about them. But let's talk about this watch here. This one here, again, is the Invicta Grand Lupah. I went with the all silver tone model. Had I had to do over, I probably wouldn't have got it. I can't even wear this one because it has a defect. So I'll have to now spend my own time and money to get the thing fixed, where the seller is just, just not very, I'm not going to say cooperative, but I'll tell you what happened. They make this one in several different sizes and color combos. This one here, again, is the Grand. They make it a smaller one for the ladies, the baby one, which is kind of a nice watch for a girl. And it's not a bad watch for a guy either. This is very basic, $50 watch. It's not super heavy. It weighs about 8 ounces, so you can't really compare it to these other gigantic Invictas. But what do you want? It's a $50 watch. I mean, for $50, I went to Kmart the other day, and they have like watches in there. They're really cheap watches for like $25. $25 more you get an Invicta. Just a great value. This one's powered by a Japanese TMI PC21 quartz movement. Not sure what that means, but it's a basic movement, no chronograph, just single time zone. Band measures, let's see here, the Grand Lupah, there it is, 26 millimeters in width, 9 1/4 inches in length. And as far as the size of the watch, I got it because I was like, gosh, it seems pretty big. It's not a small watch, but it's really hard to compare it to like a Sea Hunter. It measures 60 millimeters in length by 47 in width. I believe they're taking into account the crown on that one. I just don't think that's 47, but let's double check here. No, it's about 47, so it's not taking into account the crown. I guess because it's square, it just looks smaller. It's 47 from these points on the where they kind of flare out here on the case. Thickness, what did I say there, was 17.5, they say. And that's right at the top there because you have all that arch glass. It's a cool watch. You have a combination of polishing and a kind of a satin finish. I'm going to keep it for the most part here because it's a pain to send it back. I didn't size it yet, and I'm going to tell you why. Let me go ahead and hold it on the wrist. So there it is. See, it's not a small watch. It's just, if you got a big personality, it's just not going to, if you're used to wearing those big, giant, Grand Arsenals, it's hard to put something like this on and really be satisfied. But nonetheless, it's still a really nice watch. I think maybe should have went with the yellow gold. Maybe the gold would have flashed it up a little bit, but it's still pretty nice. I wish I could wear it. So which brings me to the next part of my video here. I ordered this from the Watchery, an eBay seller. It was a great price point for it, $44.99, and that was shipped. But unfortunately, it was listed brand new. He's got more of them on there. And if you know anything about the Watchery, they sell tons of watches on eBay. But unfortunately, it's probably a place I wouldn't order from again. They did get back to me after a couple days, and I think just because of the holiday, that's probably why they didn't get back to me, originally. The problem with this watch is that it came you know, and I'll probably share this video with them so they can see exactly what's wrong with it. Right here, these little holes right here hold a pin, okay, and I'll show you the pin. Bear with me 1 second here. Let me put this down so I don't drop it or anything. Came in a box, of course, like all the Invictas. I mean, it's an inexpensive, kind of cheap box, but I don't really use the boxes. Get this pin out here. Just bear with me, folks. Sorry about that. I should have this ready to go. All right, there it is. All right, so you have a push pin. Let me try. Don't drop it here. And everybody's seen these. It's like a little push pin. And what it is, basically, just a tube. You have your pins on each side, and then you have a spring on the inside. Excuse me. I got a little cold here. And what happens with this is this pin goes through the hole on the band, okay, and then it clips into this side of the band. And so this is supposed to be held. Let me get rid of the pin. Let me show you the pin's got a defect where there's no spring inside. So these little points are supposed to put pressure on that hole and hold the thing together. It doesn't. So it's a defective pin. There are no springs. So these things, the little end pins here, just flop around. It's useless. And then so naturally that would clip in here, and then what you would have is this kind of function with the watch where you fold over the clasp and it clips together. And I'm just gonna demonstrate how it would clip together. See, it still clips, but when you undo the tab, you know, it's gonna just fall apart. So now normally that would not be a problem because I have so many watches and pins laying around. I figured, okay, no big deal. I can just put a new pin in. Wrong. The problem is this watch uses a very specific pin. Most pins are larger than the one I just showed you, and it doesn't fit inside the hole there. So now it's kind of a difficult problem for me because I'll have to take this to a watch guy and spend like probably $10 to $20 on getting a pin for the damn thing because they always rip you off. The other problem with the watch, and I didn't know this, so I definitely wouldn't have bought it, all my sizing tools that have sized every watch I've ever purchased will not size this because the holes for the pins here, for the band, are so small it doesn't go in there. So now I have to get more tools to size this, which isn't, you know, the end of the world, but it's just something I shouldn't have to deal with. So, yeah, kind of wish I wouldn't have got it, but I have it now, and the problem is that the seller, you know, won't send me a pin, of course, you know. The seller will take a refund, but I have to pay the refund shipping to him. It's kind of a clunky way of doing it. I have to pay the shipping. I can't even send it next day. He says they reimburse for shipping. You put your package slip back in the box, send it out, okay, which is, you know, if it gets lost in the mail, it's your dime. You're not getting your money back. Then he'll reimburse you on PayPal, I believe, your shipping cost. Well, I said, well, dude, I already waited for this thing. I don't want to wait any longer. You know, he won't send anything in the mail. Won't give me a return shipping label, so, you know, I just stick it on like most reputable sellers. So not a good experience, the watchery, and they act like they're doing me a favor to give me my return. They weren't really, the customer service is not very good. Wouldn't buy from them again. They lost out on a good customer. As you guys know, I love my Invictas, and so I won't be buying one from the watchery. There are other sellers out there, and I'll make more videos about them that are, you know, really reputable. But nonetheless, it's kind of a cool watch. I will get it. You know, I am kind of stuck with it, so I will get it sized. I'll probably buy the tools. It just sucks because some of the tools, I mean, they're kind of specific here. And, you know, I don't want to go spend money on tools that I don't necessarily need. So I'll take it to a guy and see what she charges to get it sized. And if it's too much, I'll just wait and buy the tools myself and do it. But I hate having to pay for anything, you know what I mean, to have somebody else do something I should be able to do. But we'll see. But yeah, that pin is a problem. I don't even know if a seller or if a watch guy is even going to have that, because I looked on eBay for pins, and the pins that they sell on eBay are like all the same size. So I'm not even sure if it's something very specific that I have to get from Invicta. Worst case scenario, I mean, I could always take this band off, put a white band on it, rock it with a white band. But I like the metal. I'm more of a bracelet kind of fan. So there's my my quick review there of the Invicta Lupah. I mean, just a nice watch for the money. If you could wear it, that would be really nice. I'd like to wear this thing, but I can't. There it is. I'm 5'8" tall, about 170 pounds. I have 7-inch wrists, so it's still a pretty big watch. Kind of cool with that, with the crystal on it. Gives it kind of an eerie effect. Side shot. All right, folks. Remember again, if you're buying on eBay, be careful who you buy from. Drop a message. I'll go ahead and put in the comments there if you ask, you know, who are reputable ones. Go to PHATKATWatches.com. I'm actually going to put a new section up on there pretty soon with a list of sellers that I've had good experiences with and bad experiences. This way, you guys aren't wasting your time or getting ripped off. These videos are really popular. I want you to watch them. I want you to get this stuff and share your experiences with me. And but I want you to get them from the right places. So be looking for that in the next couple weeks here. When I get a little more time, I'll try to update the site with some new information. Until then, check out Fat Cat Watches. Check out the links. And thanks for watching, guys.